So for those of you who don't know, Parks and Recreation is my all-time favorite show. And as bad as I think that this might be, I'm still excited about it. What is going on, fellow board members? Welcome to the boardroom. I am Orts, guys, and today we are taking a look at an article from BingeSeason.com. Parks and Rec team in talks to reboot for Season 8. So if you guys remember, they did 6 seasons in the original show, or the original lineup was 6 seasons. They later then did a 7, which I believe was a Netflix thing. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do know they did the 7th season down the road, and now here we are looking at reboot for a Season 8. Not sure where they would take the story, but this is my all-time favorite comedy, sitcom. It is one of the pioneers of the removing the laugh track in the comedy show and just letting the jokes be funny, letting the jokes be there. And who doesn't love Leslie Knope? Somebody who we could probably really use in this day and age. And the good reason why we would want to bring back a reboot of Parks and Rec. Very excited to get into this article, guys. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it and see what we're looking at for a possible Season 8 of Parks and Rec. Some good news for once this year. Yes, very observant. I'm glad you put that in the article. For once this year, we do have some good news. Parks and Recreation left our screens in 2015. Not to mention, guys, they did predict the Cubs winning the World Series in 2017. I'm just saying that was predicted in Parks and Rec, leaving millions of us devastated that there would be no more episodes of the feel-good mockumentary created by the great Craig Daniels and Michael Schur. There is a possibility that another season could be heading our way. The men behind The Office US and Brooklyn Nine-Nine could be set to reboot Parks and Rec with, of course, the help of one of our favorite casts. So here's the thing, man. I loved Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love these writers. They write some good stuff. I wasn't too keen on The Office, and I know some of you are probably going to roast me in the comments for that, and that's fine. Go ahead and roast me. Totally cool with that. And maybe I'll give it a chance again. I don't know. But I just wasn't a big fan of The Office. It didn't hit me like Parks and Rec did. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I mean, Andy Samberg, that shit is just straight funny, man. But anyway, guys, very excited about this article, so let's go. Parks and Rec ran for 7 seasons, and while 2020 has been one of the worst years ever, it could be looking up. A comeback is on the cards, with a new season possibly heading to us. We all got a taste of the reunion when the cast joined together for a coronavirus charity special, but Pawnee may be opening its doors again, with Amy Poehler even suggesting an 8th season could be created. So I did watch that special they did for the beer bug there, the charity event that they did, and they did raise a lot of money. It did some really cool things. However, I feel like the actors were a little out of part at that point. You know, obviously it had been years before since they've done the characters, which is totally understandable. But it wasn't enough for me. It wasn't, with them being in their own houses and the way they did it, I thought it was very clever, but it just quite wasn't enough for me when it comes to Parks and Rec. And I think maybe an 8th season might be kind of cool, as long as you guys could, stick to the comedies shtick that you guys were doing, or that they were doing in the first 7 seasons. I'd be okay. Just stick with that formula and let those characters thrive. Many of the cast have spoken about how much they would love to return to the show. Nick Offerman recently said that he would come running if Michael Schur revived the show. Amy Poehler agreed with this in an interview with Variety. The actress announced Mike Schur is currently working on about 5 shows. Whenever Mike is ready, I'll put on my suit again for sure. Could this mean another season is heading our way? God, I sure hope so. I want to see Ron Swanson and more stuff. I think it's great that he loves this character, wants to bring this character back. I'm a fan of Nick Offerman for the most part. Many of the cast have spoken about how much they would love to return to the show. Nick Offerman recently said he would come running if Michael Schur revived the show. Amy Poehler agreed with this in an interview with Variety. The actress announced Mike Schur is currently working on about 5 shows. Whenever Mike is ready, I'll put on my suit again for sure. Could this mean that another season is heading our way? God, I sure hope it is. I think it's really cool to see Nick Offerman excited about this. I loved the cast. I'd love to see Chris Pratt come back, especially after all of his experiences, how they would pull that together. I'm very curious to see if they could pull it off, guys. Well, that's not the only hit Amy Poehler dropped when talking of a renewal. She said, I am technically available. I have like 6 of Leslie's blazers in my closet, so anytime. Our king is busy doing his highly successful show, The Good Place. We really can't jump without Mike, so when Mike is good and ready, I'm sure we'll show up like good soldiers. With The Good Place ending this year and some time to write the episode due to the pandemic, this could mean fans' dreams will come true. So I didn't know that The Good Place was ending. I think I caught the first few episodes of that show. Wasn't really impressed with it. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like The Good Place, if you've seen all of it. It seems like it's only ran for a few seasons, maybe 4 seasons possibly. I could be wrong, but let me know in the comments down below. The article continues to say, need any more convincing? Well, Michael Schur himself recently announced that there is a future for the show. The co-creator suggested that the ending isn't technically the ending, adding, if the opportunity presents itself and everybody's interested, I'll be right there with my old-timey typewriter ready to bang out another episode. Get ready, everyone. Our time is coming. So it's got to be happening. Obviously, let's take this as a grain of salt and speculation, but it seems like everybody's on board. Everybody's the same page. Hey, if we're ready to go, let's do this. Nick Offerman, the 2 main people in the show, the 2, I would say, main characters of the show, are ready to go whenever they are. And if this cast is as tight as I think they are, everybody else will be willing to do it as well. I mean, hell, they came together for the charity event. Why wouldn't they come together for a season 8? I would love to see a season 8. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys would be excited to see season 8 of Parks and Rec, or even if you like Parks and Rec. Obviously, you can tell I do. So let me know in the comments down below. All right, guys, so that's the video. Hopefully you liked the video, guys. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. And as always, guys, make sure you hit that subscription button. It always helps. So a possible season 8 of Parks and Rec, and I couldn't be more excited for this news. It is a bright spot in a dark time in pop culture currently with the culture war going on. So would be very, very excited to see this. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I love all of you guys, and we will catch you on the other side. Peace.